So 2020's been quite a crazy year, huh? Obviously, a lot of batshit crazy things have happened, and it's kind of fair to assume that this has probably been the worst year for a lot of people. So now that 2020 has just passed us, I thought it would be quite appropriate to make a events of 2020 tier list. So here we have all our events down here. Some are not so bad, some are terrible. This year in particular has probably been the worst year for like a lot of people. However, I think about it differently actually. I feel like 2020 has actually been probably one of the best years in a long while. And the reason for that, I'll get to later at the end of the video. So I guess let's just begin with the very first event of this year to take place in January. And you know, about this time last year, you think that it'd be just as hot this year. But outside my window right now, it is overcast as shit. So I don't know what happened to the weather. Maybe the Greens and the climate change activists are right. However, instead of it getting warmer, it's getting colder. So the first event we're going to be ranking is actually an event that I took place in that happened in my country, which was the Australian bushfires, which, you know, you'd look outside and you'll just see the whole entire goddamn atmosphere just filled with smoke and ash. It was kind of like you're playing a Doom game. It was just a mad atmosphere. I actually kind of liked it. I got some mean photos as well. So, you know, the whole sky was just completely orange. So I'm going to rank this at a C tier because obviously a lot of wildlife died, a lot of animals passed away, a lot of koalas, the poor cute little cuddly koalas with chlamydia. So yeah, a lot of koalas were killed, a lot of kangaroos and shit. There's like photos of like kangaroos just like singed up like little player models when you get hit by a nuke in Gmod. Okay, next up, Kim Jong-un's death. Well, hoax death. These aren't being thrown into any order, by the way, so I'm just gonna chuck this around. These aren't in chronological order. I'm gonna put Kim Jong-un's death hoax at a C as well, primarily just because it wasn't really a bad event. It was just like really mundane. It wasn't really that exciting. I mean, like, people thought he was gonna die. He was in like a vegetative state, basically what happened. You know, he was trying to recover in hospital. They ended up reviving him. And I'm not putting this any lower because, I mean, we did make some good Kim Jong-un memes of him, like, dying and shit, and then him coming back to life to haunt us. So, you know, Kim Jong-un's death was, I mean, I would have been really surprised if he actually did pass away. Nothing could stop this hunk of a man from reviving himself as he was in his vegetative state. I don't actually know why he went to a vegetative state, you know, vegetable state. Maybe he needs to eat his vegetables more. So next up, the big ol' COVID-19. I'm going to put this, now this might come to your surprise, at a B tier. And this is probably the best event to happen of this year, in my opinion. A lot of you can say, Sam, why in God's balls name would you put coronavirus, COVID-19, at a B tier rating? That's like the highest you're going to go, right? And you're putting COVID there. Well, as I said before at the start of the video, I'm actually going to explain why. And I actually believe that COVID was actually a really good event because it taught a lot of people, such as myself, such as you watching this video, that underappreciation is definitely a massive trait that people have. Honestly, in my opinion, I believe that a lot of people don't appreciate what they've been given in life, and I feel like people just take a lot of shit for granted, like going to the beach or going to the theaters or like anything like that. So I believe COVID's actually taught like a lot of people that they should be happy with their life and they should be happy with their job and happy with their wealth, because an event such as COVID can take that shit away from you in months or even possibly weeks. People's businesses closed down, and like before this shit happened, you know, everyone's like, oh, I hate my job, and then now they just want to get their jobs back because they want to pay off their house. And I know I'm putting this at a B rating and not an A because you know, obviously a lot of people lost their jobs, a lot of people lost their houses, even their lives. So but this whole COVID event was just a huge punishment and lesson, because let's face it, nature needs to punish us at some point. God, or whoever controls this world, needs to punish us, and I'm glad that it's happened in this year. Next up, we're having an event that took place due to COVID, and that is the toilet paper crisis. Everyone going around like little sheep, going around stores, buying all the toilet paper, all the Karens on Facebook and Instagram, you know, those meme compilations of Karens taking shit. You know, one actually took place in a Woolies. So I thought that was pretty funny. I'm going to put this at an A tier because, you know, it was just a really silly event. It was just everyone bitching and just arguing over nothing. And I'm actually pretty sure the whole reason why it started was because some woman on Facebook decided to make a thread post or something saying, oh, this COVID thing is probably going to make us go into lockdown. Maybe I should stock up on toilet paper. And obviously a lot of people replied to it, like the sheep like humanity is. And so they went around stores buying all the toilet paper, just caused a huge fuss for no goddamn reason. kind of like the other events in this list. Next up, we're going to have another event that took place due to COVID, which is the stock market crash. Now, I'm not a stocks person by any means, so I don't really know or care about the stock market because I'm not even an adult yet. So, you know, I'm just going to bring this at a C tier because I know it was pretty bad for a lot of people. Obviously, as I said before, a lot of people lost their jobs, their houses. They had to live with like their parents or some shit, you know. I'm just gonna rank that as C tier just because me personally, I don't know much about stocks. So, however, I do know that was pretty bad. So next on our list we have World War III. Now, for you who have the memory span of a goldfish like myself and don't remember World War III, or the uprising of World War III, basically tensions between Donald Trump and Iran, or the US and Iran, were getting pretty heated. The reason why tensions were rising was because there was a drone strike on the Iranian general. So yeah, apparently this Iranian general guy was just quite a prick and just needed to die, needed to be taken out by some fucking drones. So Trump took this guy out and, you know, tensions started rising with the US and Iran. I'm just gonna rate this at a B tier, just because obviously it didn't happen. So all the events for the rest of the year could have been avoided if it did happen. Next up, we have a pretty sad one, which is Kobe Bryant's death. Now, me personally, I don't watch the NBA or I don't watch basketball. I don't even really watch any sports unless it's like tag or some fun shit like that. So I'm going to sit this right at an F tier because, you know, as I mentioned, I don't watch the NBA, but hearing his story and the way he passed away, him and his daughter Gigi, it was pretty upsetting. So obviously that was definitely a lot of people's bummers to this year. Next up, we had an event that took place about halfway through the year, which was the Lebanon explosion, which took place in the city of Beirut. I'm going to put this at a D tier because a lot of people lost their lives, a lot of kids were in hospital. The whole entire city of Beirut now just looks like a whole service station bathroom when you go in there and they don't wash their shit up. There's probably like shit stains all over the wall and the floor, piss on the ground. So next up we have the murder hornets. I'm going to put this at a B tier because once again it was pretty mundane. I'm pretty sure these things originated from like Asian countries, Japan, Korea, and somehow they made their way over to the US, and apparently they're like killer bees or something, I don't know, they're like scorpions or some shit. They were spotted over in the US, but I don't really think much happened. Like, I don't really think they breeded and spread like wildfire like a bunch of chimpanzees, which I actually probably should have added the random chimp event into this. However, the random chimp event didn't happen, of course, which I'm very upset. Hopefully it'll happen this year. Second last event, which is probably the most annoying event of the year. Seeing this shit come up on my Instagram feed all the time, seeing this, people changing their profile pictures to it, it just really pissed me off and it was kind of unnecessary. That was George Floyd's death. I'm going to put this just straight at an E tier. Just because it was really annoying, and honestly, I feel like it was a huge overreaction because George Floyd's whole death could have easily been avoided. I'm not supporting the officer in any way, the police officer that killed him. Obviously, George Floyd didn't deserve to die, but I feel like there's a lot of things that George Floyd could have done to really easily change what had happened. Like, if he had just gotten out the car normally. You know, apparently people have even said that he hid something under his tongue while he was getting arrested, so that could have been like drugs or something or anything like that. That's so I've heard, so don't come at me for saying that because I'm not quite sure, and you know, him saying that he was claustrophobic and all that was a lie too, because obviously he was in his car beforehand, so he couldn't have been claustrophobic. And you know, then the whole Black Lives Matter movement just reappeared out of nowhere. Follow the rules, follow the law, and the police won't even bother you, you know? That's why I've said at the E tier, just because, once again, the whole BLM shit, like people lighting others' houses on fire, innocent bystanders' houses on fire, you know, all these people using this time to loot and riot. Like, it was just a whole excuse. It was almost just a whole excuse just to break the law even more. To all the black people out there, and just to anyone in general, if you don't want to get arrested, if you don't want to get your ass beat, don't get arrested. The only thing to make sure you don't get arrested is don't break the law. So, the last thing on this list. Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion's WAP. Now, I'm going to put this I'm just putting this straight at an F tier. This was definitely the worst event of 2020. I just wish this song never entered my ear canal, however it did, unfortunately. Honestly, I would much rather shove this 1.25 litre bottle of Sunkist up my colon than have to listen to this song again. And to all the teenage girls who still listen to this song and still dance to the song on TikTok, I'm sorry, but I will find your house and I will delete your internet. and I will confiscate your phone. So yeah, WAP was definitely the worst song ever. I wish I could go out there and make sure no person listens to the WAP song ever again. You know, like, people thought that Nicki Minaj's Anaconda, that was released in like 2014, 2015, you thought that song was controversial. I really hope a monstrosity such as this song never comes out again. This is probably the most monstrous song I've ever listened to. And more importantly, I don't think a song can get as bad as WAP. And the worst part about the song is the demographic who listens to it. You'd think, you know, oh, it'd just be some, like, you know, 17, 18-year-olds. There's little kids who listen to this song, bro. I was working the other day, or this is like quite a while ago, actually, like a few months ago, and I legit hear these two 9-year-old girls singing the lyrics to it. And I'm like, are you kidding me? So guys, that is the events of 2020 wrapped up in this lovely tier list. If you guys have any suggestions of where I should actually rank these properly, let me know down below, because obviously some of these are quite mixed and matched, like the stocks market one. If you have any suggestions of where these should be moved to, definitely let me know down below. Make sure to like this video and hit the subscribe button, and if you don't do that, I will find where you live, and I will blast the WAP song so goddamn loudly in your ear as you sleep that you'll want to be like me, and you'll want to rather shove this Sunkist bottle up your colon and up your rectum, just because how much you goddamn hate the song. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace.